I have to say it. This is one area where women don't give the right advice. It's very interesting what's happening nowadays. This idea of women telling men to be more vulnerable with other women. Here's the thing. Vulnerability, let's really break this down. Vulnerability is just honesty and being open. Okay? That's what vulnerability is. Vulnerability, there's nothing wrong with vulnerability. Okay? There is no need to completely bottle up all your emotions, your feelings, and thoughts. You do not need to do that. You should not do that. That has been shown. That is very unhealthy for any human being of any gender to do. Do not bottle things up. You want to be open and you want to be honest and you want to be able to share these things. However, this is where it gets complicated. So some of these things we're talking about would actually turn off a woman. Okay, so what I'm going to be teaching you today and talking about in this video, it's going to actually help you attract more women so you don't end up making mistakes that I've made in the past and a lot of my clients have made. Okay, so we're going to prevent all of this to make it easier for you to keep women around. So what happens is when men are overly open and honest and too vulnerable with the women that they're dating, it actually becomes a turnoff. I'll explain that in a second, but I want to go back to that thing I said earlier about women telling other guys that they have to do this. You think, I don't get it. Why are they saying that then if it doesn't work? Well, I think many reasons, but one of the main reasons why I think this happens is because we tend to give advice based on our own experiences, okay, and who we are as a person. So a woman, for example, who is maybe very open and honest and vulnerable and she shares her feelings and thoughts, and if she doesn't do it with guys, maybe she does it with her friends or she does it with her parents or her family, they might be like that in their life. So they think, well, I'm like this and this has been good, so let me share this advice with other people so they can get that help too. But the thing is men and women are very different and we act differently and we like different things. We become attracted in different ways. Just like a lot of men, this is a key point here. A lot of men, they think attraction works the same for men and women too. So they think, okay, I got to be like a super hot 10 model guy to attract a woman. And I say, while that helps, that's not everything because women are not visual creatures like men are. But men think that way because men are visual creatures. So they assume, like I assumed for a long time, that women are just attracted mostly by looks, which is not the case. So again, this is me explaining to you why women are saying this, but it's not true. We're all having different experiences, but we tend to give advice on our own experience, which doesn't work as well. Men and women, again, are different. Why is vulnerability not sexy? Even though every blog post in the world literally says that thing. They say vulnerability is sexy. No, it's not, okay? Why it's not is because if you are overly vulnerable and you are so open and honest with a woman, it actually makes you appear weak. Okay, it makes you appear weak. When you're telling a woman your problems and all of your feelings, you're acting in a more feminine way. Okay, but also it's unattractive because you're showing this very weak side of you, as if you might not have your life together. So while a woman thinks she wants that, she might not know what's happening in that moment, like she's becoming unattractive, but maybe she's not connecting the dots of, oh, I'm unattracted because he's vulnerable. No, she's just becoming unattracted and probably thinking like, oh, this guy's a loser, or this guy doesn't have his act together, and this guy is a total mess, right? So you got to be very careful with this whole vulnerability aspect. It's going to be more attractive. Let's just break this down. It's going to be more attractive, obviously, right? We can agree on this, that a woman's going to be more attracted to a guy who doesn't have problems, who has his life together, who is self-sufficient, who is an effective male in society, right? Of course, we know that not everyone is perfect, but still, we don't need to be showing that to a woman, that you are having issues, having problems, and dumping all of your emotional garbage onto a woman. It's just not necessary. If you think it's necessary, this is a problem too. If you think that's necessary, well, maybe you should be talking to a therapist about this. Maybe you should be talking, or maybe you should be solving your problems depending on what's going on. If you feel the need to talk to someone, it shouldn't be your girlfriend or the girl that you're dating. So what I'm not telling you is to not be vulnerable. I'm not telling you to not be able to talk to someone. I'm not telling you not to solve your problems. I'm telling you to do all those things. Just don't dump that on a woman. You don't have to be telling her all of your issues and all the things all day because it will make you appear weak. I know that sounds kind of like, whoa, really? Like, that kind of sucks. I mean, I guess it does. That's just the truth and how it works. Does it suck? Not really. Why do you need a woman there to be vulnerable with? Like, what is it that you want? You want her to solve your problems? No, you're an adult. You should be solving your own problems. You want just someone to talk to and someone to connect with on those topics? That shouldn't be her. Now listen, I'm not saying that you can't show any emotion to a woman. I'm not saying that you can't be honest about things or open about some things, but just be careful in terms of what you're talking about. Be careful with, you always saying that you had a bad day. Like, of course, if you had a bad day and it's kind of hard to mask it, like your face is just gonna be upset, you're in a bad mood, just be in a bad mood. That's fine. I wouldn't talk about it with her. You'd say, oh yeah, it's a tough day at work, but I got this. A woman wants to know that you got this, that you have your stuff handled. If you're not super open and super vulnerable with a woman, I promise you, she's not going to leave you. She won't. She won't leave you. She won't, go to another guy. Women complain about men being emotionally unavailable. What they're really saying is that guy is not committing to them and connecting with them. But if you're dating a girl or you're in a relationship with a girl, you're doing all the things that's connecting with them and talking about them and talking to them and going on dates and furthering the progression of the relationship. That's what women care about. They just don't want to be with a guy who is not involved and invested in the relationship. But of course, if you're a guy in a relationship and you actually like a girl, you're going to be doing that. Okay, so get rid of this whole vulnerability thing. Also, women, they don't want to be your mother. If they feel overly motherly to you, I'm not saying nurturing, by the way. There is a difference here. Nurturing is something that women do that's very sweet and affectionate. I'm talking about mothering you, like being like, oh, it's okay, you're going to be okay. Baby, don't worry, it's going to be fine, we'll solve it, da, 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 da. They don't want to be that way because they don't want to be a mother to you. They want to be a mother to their children, not to their man. There's no strength in that. So that's going to become unattractive. Now again, you're not going to be perfect at this. You might cry in front of her. You might have a bad day where you tell her about it. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. But try to bat 99% on this if you can. It's not necessary. And if you need to talk to someone, hire a coach like me, hire a therapist, talk to your friends that are in your social circle that support you and root you on. Talk to those people about it and then come back to your relationship stronger than ever. I hope that helps. Hit that like button if this really connected with you. I hope it does. If you need more help in terms of what really attracts a woman and understanding the truth about attraction and female psychology, check out my Hooked program. I'll put a link down below so you can check that out and get your hands on it and get the help you need to attract more women into your life and keep the relationships around with the women that you really desire. Hope that helps. I'll see you on the next video.